Hello everyone, welcome to the Bodhi Academy. In today's video, we are going to continue with the 12th standard biology chapter, that is human reproduction. So in the last video, we have learnt about fertilization and implantation. In today's video, we are going to learn about the pregnancy and embryonic development. So let us begin. So human reproduction, pregnancy and embryonic development. Now after implantation, the finger-like projections start to appear on the trophoblast, that is the trophoblast which was embedded in the uterine wall, the endometrium of the uterine, and these projections, the finger-like projections, are called as chronic villi. Now these chronic villi along with the uterine wall forms the functional unit between the developing embryo and the maternal body called the placenta. Now what is a placenta and what does placenta do? So placenta is attached with the fetus with an umbilical cord. It is attached to the fetus with an umbilical cord that transports food and oxygen to the embryo. So basically what placenta will do is, the placenta facilitate the supply of oxygen and nutrients to the embryo, and also it facilitates the removal of carbon dioxide and other waste, that is excretory waste, produced by the embryo. So it will basically do the function of supply and removal of certain components. Then the hormones, that is HCG, that is human chorionic gonadotrophin, and HPL, that is human placental lactogen, and relaxin are produced in women only during pregnancy by this placenta. So another function of this placenta is the production of these hormones. Then in the later phases of pregnancy, a hormone called as relaxin is also secreted by the ovary. Now after implantation, the inner cell mass which is there, that is embryo, it differentiates into the outer layer called the ectoderm and an inner layer called the endoderm. Now a mesoderm layer soon appears between the ectoderm and the endoderm. Now these three layers give rise to all the tissues and organs in the adults. So all the tissues and organs will be formed in the adults from these three layers, that is the ectoderm, endoderm and the mesoderm. Now it is important to note that the inner cell mass contains certain cells called as the stem cells. Now these stem cells are those cells which have the potency to give rise to all the tissues and organs. So these cells can differentiate into any types of cells, tissues or organs. In humans, now we will see how the embryonic development, how the development of the baby takes place. So in humans, after 1 month of pregnancy, embryo's heart is formed. So first what is formed? The heart is formed. Now by the end of 2 months, the limbs and digits are formed. By the end of 12 months, there's a mistake here. This is by the end of 12 weeks. By the end of 12 weeks, that is the first trimester, most of the organ systems are formed and the external genital organs are well developed. Then the first movement of fetus is observed in 5 months. Then by the end of 24 weeks, the body is covered in fine hair, eyelids and eyelashes. Then at the end of 9 months, the fetus is fully developed. So here we can see the human pregnancy lasts for 9 months. Then in humans, after 1 month of pregnancy, the heart is formed. Then by the end of second month of pregnancy, the fetus forms limbs and digits, and by the end of 12 weeks, that is the first trimester, that is 3 months, the major organ systems are formed, and then by the end of 24 weeks, the body is fully covered in hair, eyelids separate, and eyelashes are formed. And finally, by the end of 9 months, the fetus is fully developed. Then talking about the parturition and lactation. Parturition, what is parturition? It is the process of delivery of fully developed fetus. Okay, so when the fully developed fetus is delivered, that process is called as parturition. Now the signals for parturition originate from the fully developed fetus and placenta, including the mild uterine contraction called as fetal ejection reflex. Then it triggers now after these signals given by the fetus and placenta, that is fetal ejection reflex, these will trigger the release of oxytocin from the maternal pituitary. Now oxytocin acts on the uterine muscles and causes stronger uterine contractions, which in turn stimulates further secretion of oxytocin. So once the oxytocins are released, it will act on the uterine muscles and it will cause stronger and stronger contractions, and these contractions in turn will stimulate more secretion of oxytocin. So more and more oxytocin will be released and more stronger contractions will start to happen, and these will finally lead to the expulsion of the baby out of the uterus through the birth canal, and this is called as the parturition. Then talking about lactation, the mammary glands in female start producing milk at the end of pregnancy by the process called as lactation. The milk produced during the initial few days of lactation is called as colostrum, which contains several antibodies and which is very beneficial for the baby's health. So hope you have understood this. Thank you for watching my video. Please like, share and subscribe to the Buddhi Academy.